Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Crazy Crime Chick and I discuss and deep dive into true crime cases. Now, before we get started with this very urgent case, I know I've been a little bit MIA from the channel this week with going live, and that's just because I just been under the weather. Kind of started last week. I told you guys about it. I wasn't feeling that great, and it just kind of every other day it's something new with me. I had fever the other day. I had a really bad stuffy nose. Now today I had no voice yesterday, and today I'm just really with a lot of phlegm going on, and I'm losing my taste. So not sure what's going on. I don't think it's COVID, so nobody mentioned that word in the chat. I don't think it's that. I had it once last year around the same time. I think I got it in October. And you guys know that shit hit us hard in my family because we all got it. And me and my boyfriend got it really, really bad. But I don't think it's that. So I don't know what's going on. So I decided for this video to actually pre-record it. So if I need to take breaks, I can do it. And then we'll be live though in the chat. So hopefully that all makes sense and stuff. So before we get started, if you can, just please take a second to just make sure you hit that like button, because this video is all about spreading awareness. And the easiest way we can do that is if you hit like, that lets YouTube know like, hey, this video is getting some traction, and it pushes it out in the algorithm. So again, even if you pop in here for 5 seconds and you're like, I'm not interested, can you please just hit the like button? If you wait to the very end, just make sure you hit the like button. So again, please hit the like button. Mods, make sure you're telling everybody throughout this video to hit the like button, because it's all about spreading awareness. Okay, let's get started. All right, guys, so today's video, we're talking about missing 4-year-old Lucian Munguia from Yakima, Washington. Now, if you're from this area or are nearby this area, the family is asking if you can help with the search or even help with volunteering with donations for food and drinks. It seems like law enforcement has scaled back on their search efforts, but the family is still continuing their search. I will link the family's Facebook group in the description box, so make sure you check that out if you can help with anything.
No more dogs, drones, technology, or other police resources.
Right now, all of this is falling back on family, friends, and the community, and we need all the help that we can get.
From prayers, shares, and putting up flyers.
Just keep looking, because there's always a place you might not have, or house to house, or just kind of like passing out hand to hand, whoever you see out there.
To expanding the search past where police left off.
We are looking for experienced hikers and people that are searching the area, because there is tough terrain, there is brush and thick vegetation that needs to be looked through.
Wear good shoes, comfortable clothes, and make sure to check in with the family near the playground at Sarge Hubbard Park, and someone will lead you in the search.
Now, again, this is 4-year-old Lucian Munguia from Yakima, Washington. He was last seen wearing blue shorts and a blue shirt with a shark on it. Now, on the flyer, it does say that Lucian is autistic and he is nonverbal, but I just watched an interview that mom and dad have done, and they say he is verbal. I believe they stated that his sentences are just broken.
We're Lucian's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting Lucian to come home.
Sandra Munguia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarge Hubbard Park. Lucian and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, you know, like, and that's all it takes is a blink of an eye.
Investigators say they believe Lucian left the playground alone, headed south and east. They don't suspect foul play, but the family says they don't think he's hiding.
He doesn't even get the concept of hide and seek.
He comes out before you find him.
He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son.
Lucian has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's Lucian. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for Lucian.
You guys are welcome to come out, come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the toys.
Up by the toy area.
park in the gravel down there by the sheriff's or up here by the toys.
And if you see something, say something immediately.
Not 2 hours later, just take the second to drop what you're doing and call 911. If you have him, just drop him off where he's gonna be found and just let him go. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him.
So I'm going to have to do the rest of this video with a voiceover because I just kept having to stop, wasn't feeling my best. So this is going to be Sergeant Hubbard Park in Yakima. This is the park that the dad said he took the kids. Now he said that he parked right in front of the play area, so I'm assuming it's going to be this parking structure right here. Now again, dad gets there with the kids and I'm unclear if mom was there with them. And I'm also questioning what is the sequence of events that took place. Did dad get there with the kids and the boys jumped off and ran towards the hills to go play and dad stood in car and he just changed the little girl's diaper? Or did they all get off and were there for a bit and the kids went to go play on the hill and dad had to go change the baby's diaper? Again, where was mom during this whole time? And I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just trying to understand a little bit more in details of this sequence of events of that day. Now, looking at the map a little bit closely, you can see that that pond is actually inside of the park area and it's only a 3-minute walk. It is actually right after that hill that I just showed you previously. Now, what has me more concerned, because we know the pond obviously would have been the first place that they searched, is going to be the Yakima River. Now, there is another body of water right next to that pond. As you can see from the park to that other body of water, it's only a 4-minute distance. Now, we do have the Yakima River, like I told you, right next to it. And then there's the Buchanan Lake. Now, per law enforcement statements, they said that there has been more than 100 search and rescues that began looking for Lucian after he disappeared. There has been an enormous effort to try and locate him. Now, this is coming from Chief Matthew Murray. Now, police determined Lucian left the playground alone and walked south and east toward multiple bodies of water, including a fast-moving river, a pond, and a lake, police said in a news release. Searchers then looked through the bodies of water and nearby areas using search dogs, kayaks, drones, underwater drones, boats, dive teams, and helicopters. And still, 7 days later, there is no signs of Lucian. What you guys are looking at right now is going to be the Yakima River. As you can see, it is very fast-paced. It is very alarming that there's this many bodies of water nearby since Lucian is on the autism spectrum. Now, the chief of police did an interview 2 days after Lucian was reported missing. Let's take a listen to that.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about where we're at and what resources you guys are utilizing right now?
So we're almost 2 days in. We have resources that have come from all over the state. We're extremely lucky that we have so many highly trained and talented volunteers. Some folks who have spent enormous amounts of money on their own equipment are here. Today we had, I've never heard of such a thing, but we have underwater drones, which can go into the lakes. And one of the nice things about that technology is it can work a pattern because it doesn't get tired and doesn't run out of air. But so far, no luck. We have no real news to report. We don't know where Lucian is. We continue to ask folks if they have any information to send those tips to us so that we could follow up on that. I do want to say, Emily, that we have no indication of foul play. We've had detectives out here almost 2 days now. They have done a lot of searching on their own, not the kind of searching that the search and rescue does, but talking to people, witnesses, looking for video. I don't want to get too deep into what we have seen or what we know, but really good, strong indications are that he moved to the south and to the east. And unfortunately, that's where some big bodies of water are. We also have a fast-flowing river. There's not an indication that he went west, so I know a lot of folks are concerned about maybe he got picked up or went into Walmart. All of those things are possible. I can't rule anything out. We won't rule anything out. So any leads that we get in any direction, we will follow. But we also have to go with what we know, and so far what we know is that this is a child who ran from his parents, went south and to the east, and there has just been an incredible search looking for him. One of the things I will mention is it's pretty impressive. One of the reasons we asked folks not to appear originally to come out was that all of the searchers have GPS on them, so you can see the track of exactly where they were, and then the map overlays, and it gives us a really good idea of what has been and what has not been searched. We've also, of course, been looking for articles of clothing, footprints, things like that. So up until now, we really didn't want to have people that might be contaminating that, also making it difficult for the dogs. So as we move forward, we will certainly provide more information. We will continue to communicate with the public in any way we can.
How big an area are you guys searching right now?
So we've gone south almost to Union Gap, and the search area to the north looks like it's going to be about Sela. It's enormous, and there are a lot of heavy brush. There's not only lakes and rivers, but there's canals and ditches and mud, and I mean there's a lot of area to search. But I can tell you from looking at the grid, they've done it several times. They've now done the same area several times. Does that mean that we could have missed him? Of course. It's too big an area. There's too many places for a little 4-year-old to be to say for certain that we have or have not been able to find him. What I do know is, you can tell around me, these people are very determined and they work hard. They're highly trained, and they've been going at this since almost 2 days ago.
Are you guys to the point yet of accepting people to come in and volunteer, or not yet?
We're not, but we will make that announcement when the time is good. What we would have to do is decide that at that point, this specialty training is not going to lend to finding him, and then it's going to be more, how many people can we get to look at every bush? So we will make that plea at some point, but not right now.
How many personnel approximately?
We'll get that number for you, but it's well over 100. It's a big effort.
And do you know who brought the underwater drone?
It was a volunteer. I think he's with Pierce County, but I don't know for a fact.
Do you know how many different agencies?
I don't, but we will work on getting all that information. We're trying to get a list of what assets we've used and who all came to help. Even the federal government and the military has come. I can't say people haven't tried to help, because they are helping.
How is the weather impacting what you've been able to do?
Today's been rainy, a little cooler. Luckily, it's not really cold. You know, we're not in deep fall or winter yet, but it does make it more difficult. Certainly affects scent, things like that. It's harder on the equipment. Can't all go out in the rain. So, but you know, when we have a free minute like this, we'll use it.
Is there anything that people can do to help other than, share the Facebook post or things like that? Can they bring donations? I know someone was saying to bring blankets or toys or something for search and rescue people to leave around?
So I've had some people ask me, but I kind of gave that to the church community. So I think there is an effort underway. I'm not exactly sure who is leading that. I talked to Councilperson Byers and Councilperson Cousins. They may know. The folks at the vigil last night may have some information. I'm sure this family has some needs. It would be fantastic if the community stepped up. While talking about the family, I will say, Emily, these folks are going through a nightmare. They're having a situation that no one would ever want to face. So I would just ask the community to be kind, including on social media. Don't push send if it's mean. There's no point, right? We don't need to be doing that right now. I think we should be known for a community that supports one another, and our goal and their goal is to find this child, right? Today is not the day to blame or to try to make people feel bad. What we're trying to do is come to a successful conclusion. I hope that's the kind of community we are. It's certainly the kind of police department we are. So I would ask folks to think about that.
I know you had mentioned that the father was looking and the father called in to report the kid missing. I was wondering, I had talked to the dad a little bit yesterday, not on camera, but about what happened. But I was wondering, is there anything else you can release about, what he said as far as,
I'm going to be careful what I say, but I will tell you that we have evidence that validates much of what he said to us. So I will say again, there is no indication at this point of foul play on anyone's part. Could that change? Of course it could change. But everything we're seeing leads us to believe that this is a child with autism who ran. And 4-year-old child running from parents. I had 6 kids. I can tell you that happens. So I would really hope that we are sympathetic and understanding for these poor folks who are going through this terrible situation.
Anything else you want to add?
Now, the sheriff did say that they agreed to begin scaling back on the assets from around the state and the search and rescue team. This is consistent with protocol for searching in an urban area. So a lot of people are really upset with this because As of today, it would be 7 days that Lucian has been missing. Today is the 16th, and they're already scaling back on their search efforts. It has a lot of people just feeling like they have given up. Now, unfortunately, like many of these children that go missing, he does not qualify for the Amber Alert, but some of the resources from across the state that have been employed in the search, which include the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which is in partnered with the Ring Neighbors app that featured Lucian's story. Now let's get into the theories. Now, the main one that I see out there is going to be that people are very suspicious of the parents, mom and dad. They're questioning their story, and they're also stating people that who have helped went to search for Lucian have claimed that they got in there and, the parents were just sitting down, not helping with the search, that they're just eating and laughing and have a good time. Now, some of these rumors have gotten out of control where mom had to actually address it in the Facebook group. Now, Lucian's mom stated, "There is no miscommunication. You know what we're doing and what we know or are going to put out there. If he's found, we're going to tell you. I'm not going to come out here and waste my time and other people's time. I'm not out here to do that. I'm out here to find my son," she says. Now, I know we tend to look at the parents when a child goes missing, but for this one, I keep thinking about what the sheriff said. He said that they had evidence that showed that Lucian went towards that southeast direction. Now, even though he's not giving us much details with it or how he knows that, it's pretty much they're keeping that close to the vest. That pretty much makes me think that they probably have surveillance of him going in that direction. And that's pretty much all I got for you guys for this one. Now, again, it's going to be missing 4-year-old Lucian Munguia from Yakima, Washington. He is on the autistic spectrum. He was last seen at Sarge Hubbard Park on September 10th of this year around 7:15 p.m. He was wearing blue shorts and a blue long sleeve shirt with a shark on it and black shoes. Lucian is 4 feet and 40 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. He is Hispanic. Please contact Yakima County Sheriff's Office at 509-574-2500. And I just want to end it with thanking you guys for helping me spread awareness with Lucian's case, whether that be you are here during this live stream or you are part of the replay gang. Please help me out by just sharing this out on all your social media outlets, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, whatever it need be. And don't forget, on your way out, if you could hit that like button, and if you enjoy all things true crime without the added bullshit, please consider hitting subscribe. With that being said, I adore all of you guys, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye, guys.